So a few months ago, I posted a video, How Much Should I Pay the Babysitter? It was a basic calculator that would help you to figure out how much money to offer somebody who was going to babysit for you, or if you are the babysitter, that could help you to figure out how much to ask for. After I posted that video, I was really intrigued by the responses because while some people thought it was great and really helpful, other people thought it was the worst idea ever, and here's why. Looking at the fact that experience and age contributed to raising the price that a babysitter could ask for, they were assuming that if they hired a 40-year-old for daycare, the price was going to be absolutely astronomical. And getting all of that feedback, getting those comments, I had a light bulb moment realizing, oh yeah, all right, there's a lot of people out there that don't know the difference between babysitters and professional childcare providers. So this video is about the difference between those two things and how much you can expect to pay for professional childcare. While there's a lot of overlap between babysitting and professional childcare, these are not the same things. If you need proof of that, all you need to do is look up a babysitting course being offered in your neighborhood and take a look at the age range. There are no babysitting courses for adults. They're geared towards youth and usually between ages 9 to 14. These are introductory childcare skills. The course is approximately 8 hours long. There's only so much material you can cover in that time frame. And so the idea is that if that youth is going on to use their skills, there's going to be a ton of backup. They're able to get a hold of the parents if they need to. Emergency contact information for a neighbor or a friend has been provided. They can get a hold of their own parents if they need to. They're not on the trapeze without a net. There's a lot of people available to help them out. And the assumption is also that they're providing care for shorter periods of time, usually while a parent is out running errands or possibly out on date night. Individuals who are professional childcare providers are those who are going way beyond the introductory skills. They're gaining more knowledge, more skills, more experience so that they can do what they do really well. And so taking a look at some of the professional development that they engage in, maybe it's staff training because they're working at a camp, they're a camp counselor. Maybe they're going to college or university because they want to be an early childhood educator or they want to become a teacher. They may be reading magazine articles and reading things from journals. They may be going to conferences. They may be networking with other professionals. The idea is they are investing in this as a career, not just something that they're doing on the side. They care about this. Having studied recreation and social work, having worked in the camping realm, having taught outdoor education, and being a trainer now, I can give you some insight into some of the things that professional childcare providers are learning, some of the ways that they're investing in their careers. So, for example, somebody who's working for a camp might be learning as part of their staff training how to do emergency responses, including a water drill. If a camper is missing and the last place they were seen was the waterfront, staff may be learning how to actually hear a signal, race to the waterfront, and learn how to, in an organized fashion, search an entire waterfront in 3 minutes or less. This is an incredible skill, and it takes precision, it takes practice. They're putting a lot into that. You may have somebody who's studying child development, psychology, or the physical development of their bodies so that they can choose activities that are a good match for their age and stage. You have individuals who are learning about mental health issues and how to help children who are experiencing anxiety, or what do you do when you're supporting a 5-year-old who has clinical depression. It might be somebody investing in, well, how do I support children who have allergies? How do I make safe environments for them? If I'm responsible for meals, how do I provide meals that are safe for multiple children who have multiple different kinds of allergies? There's so many different ways for professional childcare providers to grow, and so just keep in mind, they are investing in this. This is a career for them. If you're interested in hiring a youth who's just getting started in the world of childcare, that's awesome. Thank you so much for providing them with that opportunity. It's so valuable. It's great for them as a small business opportunity. It's great for them to get to work with children and build up the skills that they'll need later on in life as a parent. You are helping them to become a more competent parent later. That's awesome. Thank you so much for that. But the thing is, that calculator, it maxes out at about $15 per hour for a 16-year-old who is 16 and has 6 years of experience under their belt. The reason that calculator works is because it's focused on youth, it's focused on babysitters. It's around the age of 16 that somebody can make the choice that they're transitioning from that early era of introductory skills to, I am now considering this as a career. And so you're no longer using that calculation that I provided in the other video. You're gonna have to look at it from a slightly different angle. So here we go. When you're looking at the costs associated with hiring a professional childcare provider, there are 3 factors that you're going to need to keep in mind. The very first one is, what kind of care are you pursuing? $1,000 could purchase you 1 month of daycare, it could buy you 1 week of camp, or it could buy you a couple of years of occasional care so that you can go out for a date night every couple of weekends. With that in mind, you need to know, what is it that I actually want, how much time, what kind of care, and that's going to get you started on the path. The next thing that you need to look for, what kind of knowledge and experience does the person have, the person that you're intending to hire? If this were your car, let's make a comparison to a mechanic. You have a gorgeous sports car. It's got a weird noise that it's making. You want to take it in for some care. So you have a couple of choices. You have an auto body shop that's in town. They specialize in your sports car. They'd be able to do a great job with it. And there's your neighbor next door who dabbles in mechanics, and they've said they'd be happy to take a look at it for you. You are about to take something of incredible value and place it in the hands of somebody else. Who are you going to choose? They are both valid options. One's a specialist though, and the other one sort of dabbles. One feels very confident about knowing what to do. The other one might be making an educated guess. You have those options, but you have to take responsibility ultimately for the choice that you make. The third factor that you need to keep in mind is the professional childcare provider's personal approach to rates. A great comparison to make here is to a lawyer. A lawyer has the ability to charge a ridiculous amount of money, but they also have the ability to go, you know what, I believe in this cause, and so I'm going to offer a reduced rate, or I'm even going to offer my services for free. You might benefit from a neighbor who goes, oh yeah, sure, don't worry about it. I'd be more than happy to babysit. And this is somebody who's been teaching for the last 25 years. They're amazing with children. You just scored. They may also decide, though, I've been teaching for 25 years and I'd be happy to babysit for you, but I charge $25 an hour, or I charge $30 an hour, or $200 for the day, or whatever it is. But you're going to have to find out what's their personal approach. What are they asking for, or what are they offering? So in the end, there is no calculator for figuring out how much you're going to pay for professional childcare. Ultimately, you're going to have to do the legwork, you're going to have to do the research, and you're going to have to choose what's the best fit for your needs, for your child, and for your budget. So the final summary is this. If you're watching this video, I'm assuming that you are looking for professional childcare rather than a babysitter, and if that's the case, do your research, make sure you choose somebody that you feel comfortable and confident with, because your child is so incredibly valuable. Make sure they're in good hands, and just be prepared that because you're hiring a professional, you're going to be paying for it, and that's a good thing. Thanks for respecting the profession. And so I hope this video has been helpful for you. All the best.